He got 6 or 7 white coming to see him every day, sending him money, and I'm watching this shit in the cell.
For you yourself, when you got, the last time you got out, you never looked back. And again, I want to speak to even the young man, Karmelo Anthony. He's going to do his time. Like you say, let's just say he's good behavior. He's out by, 30 years old, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say, he just does 10 and gets out. How does it look as far as rehabilitation and getting out into this world and trying to rediscover life? Because like you said, he might, the young man might be a virgin right now. Of course, he might get into some things in prison, but when you got to get out now, you got to have a female, be around family, and they don't want to hear about prison all day. And this is all you've been knowing since you was a kid. How does that work?
See, unlike him, I had early training, so I'm doing 3 months in there. So the niggas that I'm boxing as a youth, I'm giving the business, we end up in prison together. So everybody in the reformer church school ends up in the real prison. So, you know everybody. It's a difference, except for when you go to the feds. So it's like, I was groomed to be a criminal, because I was in the criminality all my life. He gonna have a little, adjustment problems. But when you get reintegrated back in society and you have to matriculate, one of the things that I thought I was gonna be Malcolm X. I came out with a kufi, had some bootlegging CDs. I was hustling, selling socks and shit, But my partner, JD, at this time, this nigga got a brand new Jag, a brand new motherfucking convertible Benz, nigga got houses everywhere, and it's my partner. So do I take the motherfucking sack and get back in the game, or do I go ahead and do this square shit that I've been talking about in prison? So I ended up getting some work from my man, and I gave it to some people that I thought I could trust. And my first week trying to hustle, I get paid for everything that I got. So now I'm in the hole. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get back into society. Now, as far as bitches go, you gotta remember, I'm a street nigga, I'm popular in the city, but all the bitches, like one of my bitches, Nancy, she was dancing when I left, she dancing when I come home. And my partner, he got a boosting bitch. This boosting bitch, bitch named Curly. So I'm coming straight home to, sex, to money. I was with the right crew. We call ourselves the East Side Gangsters. So the East Side Gangsters was already having all the money. But these my niggas. These niggas that I grew up, I'm from the East Side. So, I was getting dished out money, all kind of shit. And the nigga gave me some work and a bitch. And I had a bitch that, was fucking with me before I went in. She got back with me. She liked me. And so I got back into crime, But I just learned how to do it differently, And then I got really into pimping after I was out a year. I said, I can't do this hustling. I can't do none of this shit. I said, I'm getting into the game. So, and then I became legendary in the pimp game, but I don't know, I wouldn't say everybody's transition would be as good as mine because like you say, you gotta remember all my life, since a kid, I was a boss. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The same boss I am now is the boss I was young. I was just a younger version of who I am now. So, my daddy was players, my uncles was players. I never knew not the streets or none of that shit. I was born in this shit, like for real. So, me coming home getting some money was my thing, not to work a job. I thought I was gonna be Malcolm X. I thought I was gonna be the next Elijah Muhammad type motherfucker, Because, that's what I was into, and I got into it, I loved it. I loved the teachings of the Honorable Noble Ali. It was like, it was an awakening. But when I got home, reality hit me in the face. I'm back hustling. I'm back, woo-woo. I got pistols on me now. I got 5 pistols, I got 2 on me, 1 in the trunk, whatever, And a whole bunch of the shit going on. You understand what I'm saying? The shit, they got real. Yeah. You understand me? But, then I went to Minnesota and I had a pistol. We had 3 pistols in the car. And we were driving a regular car. My nigga Lowe was driving. We went to, and they got into it with some niggas. So we, when I came back, I said, all the time I was riding, I said, I'm facing life. You know? So I slowed down and I stopped being the young nigga. And I got wiser and I just started doing shit different. I started moving more towards the bitches, you know? So, you know, that's how I kind of, you know, I know it's a bad
That's how your story.
That's a bad way to get back in society, but and then I became the legendary Pimpin' Kid. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I tried to do the right thing when I came home though, Joker. I thought I was gonna be, you know, like now, you know what I'm saying? If you want me to spit some shit, man, I can spit shit for days on the religion. But you know what I'm saying? My partner was doing so well.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? He had all this shit. He ran me around in convertible Benzes and Jaguars, and you know, of course, you know, I'm a part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? So all the little bitches and shit in the hood, you know, they know us. You know what I'm saying? So they want to fuck with me, and bitches want to pay me. You know what I'm saying? I got the game. I know the pimp game because I started when I was 16. So it was a bunch of temptation. You know, but I shouldn't say this on camera, but I think the game saved me though.
The game said, yeah, you could.
I was gonna catch a murder. There was no doubt about it.
Right around 3 pistols, you waiting to catch a body.
Listen, man, with no doubt about it, I was gonna catch a body.
Yeah, man.
I've been shot a few times, and you know, I shot back a few times.
Oh,
and I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? The hood that I'm from is baby Chicago. So, and you know, there is based on. My neighborhood based on intimidation.
Yeah.
If you selling a lot of dope, you get a lot of money, niggas come and see about you. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? The only way they don't see about you if you start seeing about them back. So I don't give a fuck if you're pimping or whatever. And so when I got to DC, remember I told you I went to DC and I had to get my pistol up to become an official pimp? I gave my pistol up. You know what I'm saying? This is after I'm out 2 years. I gave him a pistol up. I haven't carried a pistol since.
You game from here on out.
I haven't carried a pistol since, but then I would go back to what we were talking about in the other interview, that as long as I had the pistol, I'd jump out on niggas and pistol whoop them. You know what I'm saying? Nigga talk crazy to me and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's on. You know what I'm saying? We're in the shootout. You know what I'm saying? It was like, as long as I had the pistol, the minute I got rid of the pistol, I became smooth. You understand what I'm saying? But I was a criminal all the way until I got rid of the pistol. You feel me?
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm curious, would you say prison makes better criminals? Like if you went in either not a criminal or a small time criminal, that it makes you more...
Okay, a classic example. You asked me about how did I really get pimping. I told you about the nigga I was in the joint with, Pimpin' Pope. Pimpin' Pope was one of our biggest pimps in Milwaukee. That nigga, you understand what I'm saying? He shot a nigga because the nigga was jumping on his car. He shot a nigga up off his car. I got the game. I'm having bitches. I had a few hoes and shit in my career when I was 16. But this nigga is the creme de la creme of the pimping. And me and him sellies. He got 6 or 7 white coming to see him every day, sending him money. And I'm watching this shit in the cell, right, with this nigga. So what did he tell me? He said, Ken, if you want to be a good pimp, you got to go to the doctor and have a triple bypass. You got to have all the sympathy removed out your heart. Made me a better criminal. Now I got the game. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to quit loving these bitches. I got to quit with the wood. I got to start asking for it. That's all I needed to hear. Now I come home, like I said, I started off hustling, you know what I'm saying? And once I got the combination to the lock, and I unlocked the combination, and I got strictly on some ism, some pill, you know what I'm saying? I was shot to the moon. That's how you get pimp again, because prison, a nigga in prison taught me how to be a better pimp. You know what I'm saying? And so prison, all the other shit, robbery and all that shit, I wasn't interested in that shit. You know what I'm saying? My nigga had some work. I tried that shit. That shit don't work for me, man. I told you the first pack I got robbed.
Yeah, you in the deficit.
My own family members took my shit.
Yeah.
So my thing about the game about prison, was that prison also made me intelligent. See, we don't talk about a lot of these big words and all that shit I be using. I learned while I was in prison. You know prison also made me a reader. Yeah. So prison got the pros and the cons. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So and then after all the knowledge that I gained, and I put that pistol out of my hand, and I realized that, I can make it without the pistol. You know what I'm saying? That's when everything, but crazy enough, I got shot, right a few years after I got rid of the pistol. I got hit 3 times with a 9mm. You know what I'm saying? And I seen the niggas coming. If I'd had my pistol, I would have dumped on them motherfuckers. I would have dumped out the car on their ass and got away with it. You know what I'm saying? But, that's here nor there. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, God was still good. He allowed me to live. But, prison, man, is crazy, man. A lot of my partners come out, they start youth programs. A lot of them get out, they become truck drivers. There's a lot of positive shit can come out of prison. I think that the man that I am is only because I went to prison.
Come on.
Me having early experience in leadership allows me to lead my organization, Hip Hop Fraternity. Because I read a lot of books on leadership when I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to lead. I'm young, I'm 21 years old. I'm around all these old ass motherfuckers that been in jail all their life, and they trying to test me, and they want, of course, everybody want to be the leader. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going through that shit. So I had to figure out how to deal with people. I had to study psychology at a baby, as a young age in my 20s. I was sharp in my 20s.
Oh yeah, no.
When I left out that motherfucker at about 24, 25, I was sharp as a butcher knife.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You probably read more books than the normal man in the hood.
Man, because I read every book.
Educational, you read all the books.
In prison, I don't mean to cut you off, joking. In prison, that's how you get your stripes. Yeah. Knowledge, that's why Malcolm X was so sharp. You know what I'm saying? You get your stripes by being educated in prison. Because ain't no jury, ain't no diamonds, ain't no gold, ain't no cars there. Only thing there is here. So niggas with the sharpest minds get the most respect.